the 10th session that you have done, put up with, maybe survived, of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. And we're still in the first module.
Well, what is it? Dragon Heist is supposed to be like a 20-hour module, and we're up to a year.
Yeah, but I think we're still like 13 sessions in. I guess 13 times maybe 3. Yeah,
We just
that is a
finished
lot more.
Yeah, we just finished 16.
Okay. Well, is everybody physically, if not emotionally, prepared?
Let's do this.
So, you guys have been in this house for a really, really long time, investigating a rumor of smugglers that the town councilman of Saltmarsh told you might be the cover for a smuggling operation. You snuck in the back way through the caves, encountered a necromancer and some of the smugglers straight off, defeating Sanbalet and his men. And then some weird stuff started happening. Some dead things started getting deader, and weirdness. People rapidly decaying in pits, mass graves, all sorts of fun. There was this brief interlude shooting slime on the ceiling. And then you made some friends from the remaining smugglers. Oh, you also had like this cunning plan. You killed some of the smugglers by luring them into a trap. And that was surprisingly successful.
Yeah, and then it was the start of everything going wrong in every campaign after for the next 2.5 weeks.
So you made friends with like the dregs of the smugglers who were behind in their hideout because they weren't overly committed to the cause. They just wanted a paycheck. And you've also managed to figure out that Sanbalet, the caster that you killed, seems to be heavily into necromancy and worship of the Lady Vol. And you fought a lot of dead things now. Swarms of skeletons in the caves, rising up from the people the smugglers that you had already killed. You made friends with a sort of hobgoblin named Rocky who helped you break up some of the runes, so you think you've got some of the wards and magic that Sanbalet had set up as like a death insurance account. You destroyed that, and now you've made your way to the top floors of the house, where there was screaming and kerfluffle, and you found even more dead things. You explored the full first floor, I think.
And we found mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mushrooms. Nobody ate them. It's dangerous stuff. Kymir found a strange brass oyster, but it seems to be missing a pearl in a desk down there. And you killed some more skeletons and some. You ran into a ghoul in the scullery that tried to do mean things to Kereithlana.
Mean things.
Mean things.
I think she was that kind of girl.
Touched her without consent, paralyzed her. It was really bad scene. And now you're gradually making your way up to the second floor. Jozdess, the lizard folk, is the only one with feet on the landing. Kereithlana, you can kind of peep from where you are. So, Kereithlana and Jozdess, you can do a perception check.
Okie doke.
See what's immediately apparent. Jozdess, you can tell that the floor in front of you, or the floor technically to your south, as part of the balcony, seems to be quite unstable.
Okay, which way is the map oriented?
It's the same as the north is not actually north. East is north.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can draw a little arrow on the map.
She's talking about the yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see the bit that's hatched. That bit's possibly rotten.
Okay.
How do I get rid of that now?
Right click
There we
on the
go.
map. There you go.
Ooh, a line has appeared.
Ooh.
Is that remotely legible as an N pointing north?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
No, there's
Not for me
okay.
yet, but it is on Hill's computer, so that's.
Maybe you should zoom in a little bit, love.
No,
There we
see,
go.
it takes a long time to download. So,
In addition to the floor, Jozdess can hear some clattering coming from the south, and you also to the north detect a faint light coming from the doorway of one room.
okay. Well, unless anyone has objections, I'm just going to continue doing what I did.
Yeah,
On
keep kicking
the
down
northern
doors.
passageway, are those doors or windows to the west?
There are 3 doors to the east, and to the west, those are windows looking
We didn't
out
get
down below to the yard.
So we have, if I'm seeing this correctly, we have 2 windows to the
Oh, I
west,
see. Yeah, they're
and
windows, and so there's
3
3 doors. 3 doors.
Yeah, 3 doors
Right.
to the east.
Right.
2 windows to the west, 3 doors to the east.
I'm going to go cautiously, and I'm just going to continue what we were doing last time, which is kick the door in and go in a room. So I'm just going to go here and go in the first room.
This first bedroom has no furniture. There's rubbish scattered everywhere. Webs cover the walls and ceiling.
Steve's Eldritch Blast isn't burny, is it? It's just energy.
Yeah, it's
I don't
force.
know. It's force. Damn it.
At this point, I will join them on the upper floor.
When you say spider webs, normal spider webs or
Well, there's a
Giant
lot of
flying
there's
spiders.
there's a significant amount of spider webs and trash. It's going to take some cleaning to correct this room for livable status.
but it doesn't look necessarily threatening. It's just dirty.
Yeah, like it has long been uncared for.
Okay, I'll move along and open the next door.
The next door is actually open,
All right.
and once you can gaze into the room, you see a ghostly figure
Uh-oh.
holding a spectral lantern,
Uh-oh.
crossing the floor, approaching the window, and pantomiming, flashing the lantern's shutter.
Ah. So reliving something from its past? Does it appear to be... I can't see it, can I? So never mind, I'll shut up.
I'll try and note the pattern that's being used. Is it a human ghost or is it not really determinable because it's a spectral?
You
Thing.
recognize the figure. It's spectral, and so you see like it's not a solid object. But
lost
it
me
has
again.
some reminiscence to the elf wizard that you fought earlier in the caves, that you believe is Sanbalet.
So it could be a mirror image type. Well, he was using the speaking stones in order to pretend that there were sounds and things triggered. So doing a spectral image wouldn't be out of the possible.
I don't know. I don't know enough about magic to say whether this is an actual ghost or whether this is some kind of illusion.
Well, if you want to go in there, I'm sure that it'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, go poke it.
Absolutely nothing to worry about.
What? Wait. Well, unless it's actually active. So doors open, it triggers, goes to window, does the... Can I check the entryway of the room before I step in around the
and
corner?
you know what? I should have actually revealed the mask part. And here again, You and Kereithlana can do a perception check.
Because if this is a con, then there's got to be something else in the room to cover the con.
Kereithlana, you don't really notice anything. Jozdess, you think that the left side of the room or the northern side of the room, the floor doesn't look particularly strong there either.
So where it's discolored.
Yeah, it looks like it has suffered enough water damage, etc., that it might not be good to jump up and down on like you're a warforged. And then not Kereithlana, Jozdess, you also see that there seems to be a round object sitting on the windowsill across the room.
Okay. Round object.
And you're not quite sure how to say it, but like the spectral figure continues to signal with its lantern, and you see it doing like it holds the shutter open for a really long time.
See, I don't know enough
Shuts
about
it.
magic whether you can actually make a silent image illusion permanent. And if so, how difficult that would be, because we know Sanbalet does magic mouth. I just don't know if he's capable of doing anything more devious.
Supply
I'll if I can scoot in the room to about here and wait for other people to join in the corridor, and then I'll move towards whatever the thing. But I'm going to stay on hard ground.
Where's
If that makes sense.
Shaefira?
Shaefira's downstairs wondering why they've all buggered off and left her on a floor by herself. And she's kind of worried that she's going to get.
Shaefira, do a
got by
perception
something.
check, and Kymir, you can do one too, based off of where you guys are.
Okay.
Stiiv moved forward before I asked you to, so I'm gonna.
Kymir ain't got a fucking clue what's going on.
Yeah, you don't seem to notice really anything.
Did we tell you that the floors are rotten? I don't think we've actually told them.
I don't think you've actually told them. So Shaefira
No. So I tell people
and
that the
Kymir-
floors are rotten. Both on the balcony and in the last two rooms we've been in, possibly.
Okay.
Shaefira, you hear Jozdess yelling something, but he can't quite make out what he said because you're downstairs.
Okay. Oh, well, I figure they're still alive then if Jozdess is making a noise. So, can I make my way upstairs?
Sure. You can just adjust yourself accordingly if you want to drag yourself to the second floor.
Hey, Shaefira, where have you been? Adjusted. I was downstairs all by myself.
Was it scary?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to carry on slowly moving into the room. My default position at the moment is because I think Sanbalet came back as an undead. It can't be Sanbalet as an undead here because you can't. Doesn't make sense to be multiple undead. So this has to be an illusion of some description. I think that's my default position going in, and I'll just move over to the window and see what the thing is on the windowsill.
The thing on the windowsill is a pearl, it looks like. Highly polished grayish pink.
Huh.
I haven't. Well, I didn't pay any attention to the oyster thing, so I really don't know enough about magic, so I'll just grab it and pick it up.
Okay. As you reach the window and pick up the pearl, the spectral figure passes through you. You don't feel anything out of the ordinary. It seems to be just a structure.
But if I cover
light.
the pearl completely, the image continues.
Yes.
See, I don't know enough about magic. I'll leave the room back the way I came. Well, the two supposedly magic experts are there, so I will. Stiiv, I toss you the pearl.
He fails to catch it and then picks it up off the ground.
At this point, a skeleton moves out from the hallway where you had heard the clattering sounds of bones earlier. Everybody
I'm
can
gonna
roll
guess-
initiative.
We hear it, yeah, okay. Oh, great.
We are
Ones that closest
amazing.
to it.
I'm just
So,
on brand. Don't know about the rest of you.
Shaefira and Jozdess hear them coming, hear them rushing forward. The rest of you are surprised by it.
Well, I'm completely clueless. I'm bending over, picking the pearl up.
Yep.
Skeletons, what?
Yeah, skeletons, what? So, Shaefira, what are you going to do? You see some skeleton ankles from your vantage point at the top of the stairs.
I don't think that brought the initiative order right. She rolled an... Oh, Shaefira didn't roll the actual initiative. That's what it was. That was the D20.
Oh, what did you roll?
Damn it, sorry. Shall I roll it again? Hang
Yes.
on.
I still have you.
Sorry, brain fart.
Real initiative.
There we go, that's better.
Oh, man. Okay, so Jozdess.
Got
Okay.
complete responsibility to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So I can hear the skeleton enter the corridor, but I don't. And I
You're
only
coming-
can really see Steve.
You're
and
coming
yeah.
out of the room, and you hear that motion coming from the south, and you see it come around the corner.
Okay. I'm going to make some assumptions that the walls are reasonably sturdy, and I'm going to wall run at least to get. Hang on, how far can I go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 30. I'm going to get there, and I'll warn. Well, I'll shout a warning to Kymir and Shaefira, and also warn them that the balcony where the skeleton is not fight worthy, unstable, rotted, etc.
Let's remind them both.
Yeah.
The ones who didn't actually hear exactly what you said before now know that the floor is not stable.
I don't know whether to. It doesn't. I don't think it's sensible for me to move into the area of unstable thing to fight the monster, because that would mean that someone's going to have an accident, or we can't all fight it together. So I think let it pull itself across if it can get across to here is fine. Skeletons are light, so
Well, they weigh less than a normal person. Yes, this is true.
yeah.
Okay, so that's your turn.
Yeah, that's me done. Oh, sorry. Press button. Hello, Mr. Skeleton.
So the skeleton, his turn comes. He pulls back a short bow, and he shoots at Kymir.
Obviously.
Yeah,
I
because
keep forgetting these are well-equipped skeletons.
yeah, because unlike the ones in the caves who you tossed the bodies before you threw them into the makeshift mass burial site, these guys apparently died up here, fully equipped, and when they came back as undead skeletons, they still had all of their equipment.
On the plus side, more arrows for Shaefira.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
There's one for
Good point.
Shaefira right now, because the skeleton rolls a 22, shoots an arrow straight at Kymir. Foot
Pick it out of
whip,
the shoulder and let her-
pating. And it
Oh.
does 4
Ooh.
damage.
Is Kymir already? Yeah, Kymir's already injured.
Yeah, because we didn't have a.
Okay.
That is that skeleton's turn.
That's me. Unless you're gonna stick.
But
a bunch of
then-
skeletons on them. Oh no.
Well, of course, it's marked Skeleton 3. He's not going to be alone.
No.
Appearing the door behind Kereithlana slams open,
Oh.
That's fine.
and a white figure lumbers out of the door.
Sanbalet.
And you hear this voice whisper, "Death means nothing to Sanbalet. Sanbalet lives his true life now. Behold Sanbalet's power.
Well, then you won't mind if we kill you again, then, right?
Death means nothing for..."
I feel like saying.
Does death cause you to speak in the first person the entire time? Or the third person, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, very
That is
important.
actually something I might have underplayed before when you ran into Sanbalet. Sanbalet does like to refer to himself in the third person. He feels very special that way.
Well, okay. He's the threat, because White's paralyzed.
I don't know. Tell you what, I'll run
So-
towards him.
No,
And I'll give him a cuddle, and I'll find out what's going on.
he has he runs towards Kereithlana,
I don't even have to run towards him.
and he
No.
attacks her once with a dagger.
Well, that's good. It's not
Misses.
touching you inappropriately.
And then he reaches out and he tries to just touch you.
No, he's touching you
Ew.
inappropriately.
And misses again. Jesus. These armored
oh,
clerics
oh.
suck.
Oh, reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, reaction. Hang on. Does that work?
Is it only when you get hit, or is it?
Or is it when I get missed?
When it-
No, it's when I get
when it
hit.
hits.
Bugger.
Yeah.
Ugh,
You can't electrocute him just yet.
just yeah. I will. Sorry.
So to answer the question, he probably can paralyze you.
Yeah. You've gone again, Bonnie.
It's because I haven't said anything.
Oh, okay. You're waiting for me to stop wibbling. Okay.
Is Toby with us?
Not at this particular moment. I haven't summoned
Okay, then
him yet.
Kymir.
Okay, so when Jozdess shouted the warning about the floor, did you mean by balcony? Did you mean where the skeleton is, or did you mean over by one of them rooms that you were in?
The bit directly to the south of you is an overhang over the thing. It's
The
not on
balcony
solid
floor
ground.
between the two of you.
That bit
Yeah.
that I've just drawn in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the landing.
Yes.
So,
Right. Okay.
yeah.
Shoot. I don't know what to do because I don't want to go crashing through the floor.
I can deal with the skeleton.
I can deal with the skeleton if I can get to him. I just.
I don't have to go on the floor.
That's true. You don't.
So my problem is I didn't know how this was going to go down, and I keep forgetting these things have got bows. Otherwise, I would have just engaged it. But
I'm
yeah,
just wondering if I move
Sanbalet
away
is the more pressing problem.
Yeah, but if I move away from him, is he going to shoot me? Oh, hang on. I can do a.
He doesn't get
I'm
attacks of
gonna
opportunity. You're fine. So
Does he not?
no, as long as you move out of range or sight.
Yeah, you aren't
you'll be fine.
adjacent to anything right now. That's only when the attacks of opportunity are going to happen.
I mean, Shaefira might get an attack of opportunity.
Against
Okay,
what?
Against
gonna go-
Kymir?
Against Kymir.
I'm gonna go that way
What?
and attack Sanbalet. I also don't know how to get rid of my drawing. Attack, attack, attack. Hand to hand then. Ooh. Obviously not partial to the bludgeoning. I will do my offhand attack.
Ooh,
Ooh, a hit.
well done.
Nice.
Usually the offhand one just goes there.
So as you punch, both left and right landing, 2 blows, you do notice that your bludgeoning damage seems to be absorbed somewhat by Sanbalet's necrotic flesh.
That is me.
Kereithlana!
He tried to touch me. I'm not happy
He
about
did.
this.
He did not ask for consent.
He did not. Right. I'm
You got a magic flail. Whacking
I-
with it. Well, silver flail, sorry.
I do have a silver flail, so I'm to 1. Bip. There we
It
go.
just looks like you're dropping the dice from like.
Yes, because you can do that with virtual dice. You just choose the side that you want and put them straight down.
Yeah.
So you roll a 17 and you hit Sanbalet with your silvered flail,
I
and he
do.
takes full damage.
Excellent. Cool. I
I don't know if you got any spells left for healing or.
got 1.
We do have some
But you can't
tasty
do that.
bacon.
Well, yeah.
We also have tasty bacon floating
Yeah.
around the inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some to take.
Okay.
And the
I'll leave that
jam.
now then. Okay, I am done.
Okay, I shall move up here, and I'll just shoot the skeleton, see if I can just hit him.
A 12
Oh,
is
well.
going to be a miss.
And that's me.
Stiiv!
Hi, Steve. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is use a bonus action and summon Toby over by skeleton number 3. Boom.
It's not
Where are
gonna
you
go wrong.
putting
It's fine.
Toby?
By skeleton number 3.
Here or or behind him?
That's more where I was thinking.
Okie dokie.
And then Toby will attempt to smack skeleton number 3 and stay on brand. And
Toby wiggles.
he just looks disturbing.
But there are a lot of bones. I mean, the skeleton's quite bony, and there's there's something insubstantial about a skeleton compared to a humanoid form,
Yeah, it just
fully
goes.
fleshed.
Yeah, it just goes up his rib cage and like out the collarbone and wiggles a little bit, and then comes back out, and the skeleton's just
Yeah.
like whatever. And then
An incomplete fondling.
and then after that, yeah, we'll just turn around and try and shoot Sanbalet with an Eldritch Blast. Oh,
Ooh.
that'll
Ooh,
work.
Well,
critical
that
hit.
does work.
Natty 20.
And wobbly damage.
But 7 is more than 0.
This is true. This is true. So it wasn't a complete fail. And then he's gonna kind of do a double take in both directions and go, yeah, I think I'm just gonna stand here. And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Okay, so Perkins is still cooking in the kitchen. Rocky's still down below.
Means they're still on the track.
I forgot to remove the staff. Jozdess.
I'm going to effectively try and scamper to about here, along the walls, not the
Okay.
floor. Dig my feet in as hard as I can, and then wheel Kereithlana's warhammer into the thing's head. Which, because I've described it, is probably not going to work now.
And at this point, because you're close, you can't quite see it.
Yeah.
But you can tell there's more skeletons around the corner.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got cover for the moment. So, smashing skeletons on the head rolls. Well, this is...
You did a
Going
21,
woefully well.
landed that hit,
Oh, nice.
and you kerblammed him with bludgeoning damage. 9 points of damage causes instant death to skeleton number 3.
Can you
He
cleave?
explodes in
No,
a shower
I
of
can't. I can't
dust.
cleave.
Left track.
I can do an extra attack technically, but I have to burn my action.
How are you on movement?
Well, that I've got 30 foot of movement, so that's my limit of free stuff. I got, basically, and I've done an attack, so I can't really move anymore. So yeah, I'll stay there and hope the thing gets distracted by Toby and skip. Thank you. Hello, skeleton dead.
A skeleton moves forward because it's his
Okay.
turn. For fun. And he goes at you with his short sword.
Okay.
Misses with a 17.
Thank you, shield.
Now,
There's a reason I've gone
it's
defensive.
Sanbalet's turn, and Sanbalet, he casts up a spell, one that is in a cone shape.
Is he going to do the one thing we haven't done? Is set the house on fire?
It would solve a lot of the problems, I think.
It would.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll
If
get
you cast it
everyone.
there, that's great.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's,
Where's the
fine, we
center
like
draggy thing? Is this a draggy thing?
No, on the cone, it's at the apex.
There we go. So
It's weird.
yeah. He gets
he
everyone.
shoots a burning hands in a 15-foot cone, which basically hits Stiiv, Kereithlana, and Kymir. Everybody needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
I'm great at these.
Oh, come on.
You all fail.
Yeah, he has set the house on fire. Brilliant. He's a git.
I feel I may be going back to my usual position of verge of death.
So are any of you susceptible to fire damage?
Don't think so. I hope not.
Doesn't say.
Yeah,
so.
he does 13 damage of 13 fire damage to each of you.
Just been
That's
hit
it.
by an
I'm on my
attack.
back.
Ow!
I respond.
Is it not
I
applying?
respond.
I did it manually.
Let me do it manually, because I think Kymir is unconscious now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
staggering.
Kymir's unconscious.
Oh, I've only just paid
Kereithlana
attention
has
to
1
people's...
hit point, and I have 3.
Everyone's saving throws were truly tragic.
Yeah.
And I've got a +4 to it anyway.
I know yours is the worst
Ridiculous.
situation. You should be able to make your saving throw. You rolled really badly. It's
I
like,
hope so.
oh,
I
hate
was
these
all
wizards
set to do
sometimes.
like this really special
Now,
backflip. And
I heard little giggles in the side that indicated that Kereithlana was going to do something. in
Yeah, she's
reaction.
gonna blow his socks off, I imagine.
I'd like to. Right. I can't honestly remember how to do this.
So you target him.
Yep. He's.
You basically he just has to make a saving throw. So
Yeah.
Can you do it as a counter to a spell, or does it have to be a melee attack?
When I get
any
hit with an
attack.
attack.
That wasn't an attack, though. That was a spell.
No, it's still a spell attack.
It doesn't specify melee. When a creature
If you shot Kereithlana with your Eldritch Blast, that's an attack she can respond to, as long as you're within the range.
Right, because it specifically says spell attack. A ranged spell attack. Burning Hands isn't a spell attack.
Uh,
But if it doesn't specify melee
That's
attack,
true.
then
It's a save rather than a ranged attack.
All right.
He
Oh,
didn't have to make
sadness.
an attack roll to hit you.
No. I guess. Okay. Sadness.
It is sad because then you could kill it with lightning. But
I see. Oh well, never mind.
And for his second act, he is going to disengage and salumph back toward his door.
hey,
Cackling. Is the alchemist awake? Oh, the secrets he can share with Sanbalet.
Anyone else think he's crazy?
That will be his turn for now. It is up to Toby the Tentacle to set things right.
he acts as a bonus. He's part of my bonus action.
Oh, well, let me give him your
And
your numbers then. You are a 4 initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, so he will
Sadly,
be he will
he
be
doesn't
where
get
you
his own
are.
set of-
So, Kymir, roll a death save. Okay, that is 1 failure.
Okay.
Kereithlana,
Yay!
it only takes 1 hit point.
It does. I'm gonna have to cure myself.
what?
What?
Okay. Sorry. Don't worry.
Sure.
Action.
Yes, heal yourself, definitely.
Right, but I can't do Sacred Flame and Healing Word, can I?
Yes, because
Yeah.
Sacred Flame is a cantrip. It's just you can't cast 2 level 1 spells
Okay.
together.
Right. In which case, I
But
will
yeah, you
Sacred-
could totally do the bonus action level 1 spell and a cantrip.
Okay. In which case, Sacred Flame. Who makes his save so nothing happens, and then I will healing myself. Me 6 points. Okay. Tick off.
Caroline, you've
There we
healed
go.
yourself for 6.
And still as well.
Shaefira!
I will, as always, stay as far away from the skeleton as possible and take another shot at my short bow. See if I.
All right, you hit the skeleton.
Mm.
Your piercing damage is partially resisted, so it only takes 5 damage.
Mm.
It's still standing, but you see, like you've punched a big hole. You managed to like ricochet the arrow
I think
off of its
that-
ribs
yeah,
and
that's
punch a
me
hole
done.
in
I'll
him.
just stand here for now.
And now we are at Stiiv and Toby.
Okay, so well, the skeleton. Oh, he moved into the tentacle rings. That's nice of him. So bonus action, we're gonna actually first we're gonna move away from that cone, just a little bit.
Let me take the
There we
cone
go.
away.
Give
I
me
forgot
a
to
little
clean
bit
up
of-
after myself. I'm sorry.
Give me a little bit more.
Sanbalet. No wonder the house is so messy. Sanbalet doesn't clean up
nice.
after himself.
There we go. So that's gonna hit the skeleton for some lightning damage.
Toby has learned. He's learning slowly, though. So while Toby manages to hit the skeleton with a 23, he only does 1 lightning damage. The skeleton is still standing. He's got a scorch mark on the arm where the tentacle just wrapped around it and gave him a zap.
A zarp.
A zarp.
Even.
A zarpy zap.
And since that's definitely within 120 feet, we're gonna shoot Sanbalet again with an Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Ooh.
Rolling hot with the Eldritch Blast. You hit him with a 23. And you do 9 force damage.
Get and this is why I cower, because I'm gonna get killed. Turn over.
Sanbalet is starting to look a bit rough and a little bit off-put. He was a white to begin with, but now you see there's flesh that has been torn away, burnt away, knocked away by the power, the force of your Eldritch Blast bludgeoning against his decayed form. And now there's another skeleton visible, but it can't really reach any of you guys to attack. It's just like bottlenecked in the hallway. The corners of the walls blocking it from trying to make a hit at either Jozdess or Toby. So Jozdess, it's your turn.
Okay. Going to try and finish skeleton off.
Woohoo!
Right. So I am going to step into this location. So just basically drop off the wall and go to the floor. There's at least 2 skeletons I've mashed it around and it hasn't given way. And I'm going to hit the other skeleton. Try to.
Okay. Let me drop skeleton 1 off of the map since you have crushed him into dust.
It's a good thing Toby softened him up for you with that 1 point of electric damage.
No, miss. Actions, but I am stunned.
All right. It is Sanbalet's turn. And this time he casts a magic missile.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
He shoots 1 at Kereithlana, 1 at Stiiv. So Stiiv takes 4 damage, he's down. And 1 at Shaefira, who takes 2 damage. And then for his next move, he is going to run forward, slobber, slobber. He's muttering, "Did Sanbalet's ghouls not feed on your meat? Oh, Sanbalet's pretty flesh and bone." And then he tries to stab Kereithlana.
So mean.
But he misses. Now, do you get to react to that?
No. Only hits.
See, this is what happens when you wear armor. Kymir, you get to do another death save.
Woohoo!
That's 14 is a success, so you have 1 failure, 1 success.
Yeah, how many successes do I need?
You need 3 successes.
Oh, like.
Kereithlana, it is your turn.
I'm going to stop selecting stuff and right. I wonk. Yeah.
All right, you totally hit with a 16 on Sanbalet.
I tickle him for some damage.
You do 4 damage. He is still alert and conscious, but he does look rough. I'm like, when you slammed him with the balls of your flail. I don't know what you call those. I don't know what you call those. I don't know what you call it. I don't know about flail anatomy. But when you flailed Sanbalet, you literally knocked chunks of like zombified flesh out of him. And he's looking pretty rough.
Okay, can I munch some tasty bacon while I'm here?
No, that takes an action.
That's a whole action. Okay,
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah, any kind of potion-y stuff like
Going
that.
to this takes action. We need to put this out. Say someone who hasn't had their action. Which Stiiv and Kymir are carrying potions of healing, and I would say this situation is one with.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my mic was up. I just want to remind people who are active and able to take actions that Stiiv and Kymir are both carrying potions of healing at this point in time.
Yeah, you could take it off of their person and feed it to them as your action.
Yes.
Potions of healing. We have
Tasty
bacon.
bacon. Shaefira's got a jar of magical jam.
Ooh.
I've got
can I just
Saltmarsh
change my way a
fried
bit?
squid.
Yeah,
I don't think... No, the squid is just
pour
fried
the jam in
squid.
your mouth.
It's delicious, though.
Oh, okay.
The fried squid and waffles is delicious, but it's not magic.
That's paired with claw wine and spicy syrup, which I happen to have spicy syrup.
That is also delicious, but not magical. Kereithlana, is that your turn?
Can I disengage and run away a bit? Or No.
No.
okay,
Because
fine. No,
a disengage
okay,
for you
I'm
would be a
done.
full action.
Yep, I'm done.
Shaefira!
Well, I guess since Jozdess kindly reminded us that we can do something to help the tiefling monk that's currently on the ground, I will do the...
Shaefira
Walk
runs
straight
over.
past.
She runs over
Ignore
Steve's.
Steve.
I wasn't going to say anything. I didn't want Stiiv to wake up so he can have Toby
Stomps
take his
over
bonus
Steve's
action.
body.
Oh, sorry. I thought Steve was still in existence.
No,
No.
he's dying in the same way Kymir is.
Sorry, I totally missed that.
But Steve
who's
fresh-
more
Steve-
important?
Steve just dropped in front of you, and you know Steve is weird, so maybe this is just a Steve thing.
Well, I've moved now and I can't go back. Sorry, Steve. I'll get you next time.
If he don't get
yeah,
you first, yeah.
I do the feeding of the potion thingy to Kymira. I have no idea how to do.
You just pop the cap off, hold it up to his mouth, and just kind of like ease it down his throat.
Right, so if I roll my 2d4 plus 2, or does Shaefira roll it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll yours, Kymir. That way you can apply it to yourself directly, because I think we have the potion set up to self-heal.
Right, so I can just pull it on myself.
Yeah, but it's, yeah.
Oh, I didn't do it.
And she took the potion out of your inventory, I guess.
Yeah, I ain't got one.
So yeah,
I don't know-
heal
I don't know how
yourself.
to- I don't know how to roll it on myself.
I think I put it on your character sheets
Oh, is it actually
under
spells?
your
Yeah.
actions in the spell section.
No, I've got
Maybe.
tasty bacon.
Oh
I've
no,
got
I have
plus 1 to
tasty
0.
bacon. Feed
Well, if
yourself
it's a
2
regular-
tasty bacons.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, there you go.
2 tasty bacons is the equivalent of a potion of healing.
Right, okay, hang on.
And you just drag that little heal number to yourself and hit heal. So your first piece was big. Your second piece was just as big, so you've healed for 8 points total.
Woohoo!
You're still prone, but you are no longer dying.
That's good. Did that automatically take it off my inventory, or
No.
it won't, will it? Right, I am out of tasty bacon then now.
Okay, that's my turn done. Sorry, I'm really sorry, Steve.
Steve, you can make your, I guess you can't tell Toby to do anything since you're unconscious. Does he poof?
Nope, it's not a concentration ability. So he just
So Toby,
stands.
alone,
He just kind of sits there and like
with
wiggles.
no direction. And with a 16, you succeed on 1 death saving throw. So that's 1 success, 0 failure for Steve.
just think the UI should say death save rather than death success.
It's true. This is very true. Because that makes you nervous, right?
Yes.
I don't want to succeed at death. That's very frightening. Toby wiggles alone. And we are at the next round. So, Skeleton gets to step forward into death range and attack Jozdess with his short sword. And this has been going so well. But with a 19, he hits. But he only does 3 damage to Jozdess. Barely a scratch. Jozdess?
I can't disengage. I'll wonk it. Please let me wonk it. That probably hits. It's okay. Not enough to kill it.
So yeah, you hit it with a 16, do 6 damage. It is not enough to kill it, but you have knocked a substantial hole in Skeleton.
Dumb question. Is a bite a piercing attack?
Yes.
Damn it. It's worth it. Just means I can actually move if I do take it down. So I will take a bonus action and do the incredibly dumb thing and eat an undead. Or try to.
It's like bone.
Silver teeth.
Dogs do it all the time.
No. Continue my trend with my bite attack. I've yet to make it hit at all.
So you try to bite the skeleton, but with an 8, you manage to chomp down on the area that you just knocked out of it with your with the warhammer.
There we go. Right, I'm afraid I'm done. I was hoping to at least get to Stiiv, but I'm not going to.
Sanbalet cackles, as he does. Which one of you will serve Sanbalet next? And he shoots another magic missile. Which I zarped off the magic missile.
So what are you guys rolling next?
I think I'll be rolling a death save.
He shoots one at Kereithlana.
There we go.
Yes, 5 damage. She is down. Another at Kymir. Kymir takes 5 damage. And then the third at Shaefira, who takes 2 damage. And then on his next attack, he moves up to Kymir, which I think technically he was kind of like right next to you anyhow. And he tries to stab you with his dagger.
Dude, not cool.
Why do you get advantage?
Because Kymir's still prone.
That would do it.
And he hits.
Yeah, so she's going to go down again.
She's going down.
And he stabs.
Damn it.
Oh, wait. I accidentally applied damage to Kereithlana.
That's okay.
So there's 8 damage. You were down, but like there's 8 damage you shouldn't have, so I'll fix that later. It's because you guys are so close. Let me move. Okay, so there! Kymir's down, too.
On the positive side, your death saves have restarted.
Yeah. True.
And that is Sanbalet. Kymir, death save.
Getting so good at the death saves. I know exactly what I'm going for.
Excellent! A 14 is a wonderful death save. It's a very special number. You have 1 success.
Boom.
Kereithlana, death save.
Woohoo!
A 19 is an even more special
nice.
number. You have 1
Yeah.
success.
You know, I hadn't thought about it until you pointed it out, but now every time I see death success, it's messing with my head.
Yeah.
Yay, death! So much success here. It's
right,
Stiiv, make a death save.
He's continuing to be successful.
14, the most popular number.
Yeah.
So that's 2 successes, 0 failures for Stiiv.
Excuse me, DM, you skipped Shaefira.
Oh, I did? I'm sorry. Let's go back.
I mean, it could be payback for her running over
Shaefira.
Stiiv and trampling.
Yeah.
Shaefira,
I was just about to say.
you do you.
I've got a choice of running up to Steve and force feeding him some tasty bacon, or having a shot at the undead dude.
Well, I stabilize in one more save, and I
Okay.
have 3 failures to go, so that's a bare minimum of 3
And
more
then there's
rounds
also the
before
thought
I'm
that-
at risk.
Well, I won't tell you.
And you might want to. I don't know if she has any spell slots left, but maybe
you-
get our healer up.
Did he?
Mm.
He did. Oh, he used a magic missile on you, didn't he?
Mhm.
Damn it.
Has Kereithlana got anything in
I've
her
got-
inventory?
No, it's only Steve. It's only Steve and Kymir who picked up.
I've
Who
got
took the healing potions
Yeah,
that
I've
have
got
been.
tasty bacon in my inventory.
But you can't feed that to somebody.
What are you doing to that person? I'm giving them bacon. Eat the bacon.
Eat the bacon. Okay, so I can't really.
I mean, you
do
can
anything.
feed the bacon. I'm treating it like potions.
Okay, I'll feed the bacon to Kereithlana then.
Again, the jam that you have is like a piece of tasty
Ooh,
bacon.
I have jam. I could smear her face with jam and shovel it down her throat.
Yes,
I
because
guess.
it's like this magical Galanda jam
Well, I'll do that. I'll do
that
that.
your mark created.
Yeah. Oh, it says self. 1d4 plus 1 self.
It's fine.
Does that mean I can only?
It's fine.
Can I
That's
do
just
it
the way it's
on-
set up, but you can totally. Yeah, that's cool. Just roll it there. And did you get the 5 points back, Kereithlana?
Yep,
It looks
I
like
did.
you did.
Yep, thank you.
So you're
You're
prone,
welcome.
but this most delicious strawberry jam is completely slathered over your mouth.
I'm just going to look like my youngest. So,
Why
yeah.
is it sticky?
Nom nom nom. Right. I think I might just move away slightly. I don't know if that make any difference, but
Wait,
You're fine to move. You're not adjacent to anybody except for the almost dead people.
mm,
To be fair, you don't really want to be that close to the almost.
no. You guys, you seem to be attracting some really bad karma.
But it's a flail.
So Toby is still alone. Stiiv did his save already. We are back at the top of the round. Skeleton 2 gets to play patty cake with Jozdess. And he tries to stab Jozdess with his sword again. But he misses. Complete failure. The skeleton hangs his head in bony shame. But Jozdess, it's your turn.
No. Hmm? Yeah, no, my mic's down. There's no way I can just charge Sanbalet and attack him this round, is there? Because it's a double move for me.
Yes,
Because at
he's
the end of the day,
too
he's
far
just
away
going
to
to keep
reach.
knocking everyone over if he's not engaged in combat with somebody.
Right. Yeah, unless you're willing to unless you have some kind of ranged attack you can do on him, it would take too much movement to be able to attack this round.
Stuff it. Everyone's going to die otherwise. I don't disengage from the thing, and I just run. Well, I wall run and basically move myself into position to shield Kereithlana because she's awake again, I believe, and basically just intervene.
The skeleton does try its
Yeah, that's
an
fine. I've got no
attack
choice.
opportunity. Actually hits with a dirty 20.
It hits
It-
me.
Wait, it
You're
hits
targeting the
Kereithlana.
wrong person.
Oh, because you're standing on top of each other.
Ah,
That's what happens, I think, whenever we have these, whenever we have icons overlapping, it's hard to target things unless you control button it.
Yeah.
How much damage does it do?
5 damage. But you are at Sanbalet.
Okay.
And I realized I just shoved Kereithlana's dead body out of the way. Her unconscious form, or her not unconscious form, her prone form, shoved her out of the way.
No, wrong one. Fighter level. I'm only that, so. I really can't afford to go down at the moment, so I do my full move and I'll do a bonus action and heal myself. Which does the barest minimum that's physically possible, which is brilliant. Okay, that's me done.
Sanbalet. Now, are you and Kereithlana is still like prone in the same space as you?
Yeah, or I'm just basically trying to stop him getting to her.
Okay, so you're like shielding her form with your body.
Yeah, so I'm going to give a cover at minimum, seeing that I can't actually do anything else because I don't have the feats for it. So.
Wait, did you take an action?
He dashed as his action.
Oh, okay.
And then did his second wind. Sanbalet is going to try to lay hands on you.
Yeah.
Jozdess. But he misses with his first attempt. And he does a complete failure on his second attempt. But you see Sanbalet has taken enough damage that his arms are kind of floppy. You can see bone in places. So it's almost like he's lacking some coordination now because of the damage he's taken. And it is Kymir's turn for a death save. Critical success, natty 20. You are stable.
Yay!
Not just stable and awake with 1 hit
Yeah,
point.
you have a hit point.
Bloody wonderful.
Your monk training takes force. You overcome certain doom and death, and your spirit rouses and your eyes snap open.
I'm guessing that's all I can do.
That's pretty much all you can do at this point.
Okay, I will sit here quietly and pray that he doesn't fucking attack me again.
Kereithlana, you are prone on the floor right now, but you are conscious.
Okay.
Wait, so if she's prone on the floor and Jozdess is standing over her, so she's looking right at...
Sanbalet, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, can I stand up and then do radiant sacred flame at?
Yeah, I think you can like stand up and using Jozdess as a body shield, you don't get an attack of opportunity if you kind of move behind him so that you have a full space to stand in.
Okie doke. Blip. Oh no.
All right, he fails to save against your sacred flame. 8 damage as this radiant light shines down upon this figure, and you just see it sizzle, 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 and there's these huge gouges now of burnt flesh, and he's almost down to the bone at this point. It's just his fleshy, crazed eyes staring at you that exist at this point. Kind of a wispy shock of hair coming out of his skull.
Third person for you. Okie dokie. Shaefira.
How often can I do this jam thing?
It is a consumable, but like it's something you can make in your off time.
Okay.
So once you consume the jam like a piece of tasty bacon, but using the power of your dragon mark, you can take 8 hours to make more.
Okay. So I've used my jam for now.
Yes, it's all over Kereithlana's face.
I might get some bread and start, just scraping off her face
Having
and
what
just
you
having a
can.
nibble. Yeah. Joke. I'll have a shot at how's Steve doing? Is he still failing his saves?
Oh, I'm actually at 2 successes and no failures, so kind of low risk at the moment.
Okay.
I mean, other than the fact that I'm, dying. But so
Well, I could come and force feed you your own tasty bacon if you want.
Well, he's got a healing potion. You can
um,
just give him that. It's very effective.
Oh, give him that. Yeah. Shall I go do that? I'll go do that. I'll get Steve up.
I mean, as far as dying goes, I'm okay.
I just want Toby back online and also Pew Pew Cannon. More attacks good because he's not fallen over yet.
So, Shaefira, you're tasty baconing.
Yes,
That's a
I'm
verb now.
force feeding Steve bacon.
All right.
Shaefira pulls out the feeding tube and shoves bacon.
Ooh.
I chew it up for him and then spit it in his mouth.
No bird style.
like he's a baby bird.
Yeah.
That kind of seems like Steve's vibe, actually.
Wow, that
So
was
sorry.
kinky.
That's just weird
Oh,
enough.
dear.
It's how they do it at sea.
And the party continues to get weirder and weirder.
I'm
It's
not
great.
tickled now. Oh dear. So Steve,
And the
you've
problem is, there's
regained
nothing wrong with it.
consciousness.
Perfectly fine method of feeding people.
It's nature.
Speaking of which,
Well,
I found the perfect gift for that.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh dear, Ace Ventura. Oh man. So Steve, you're
is
conscious.
Steve up on his feet now, right? So that's my turn done. I think I've done everything.
Okay. So Steve and Toby.
Oh, right. I get a turn.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to use half my movement to stand up. Boink. And then we're going to give Toby the in order to smack the skeleton again. Woohoo! It actually
Toby.
did something.
Toby flails himself.
Oh.
Totally hits the skeleton with an 18, but he does one little bit of shocking damage.
Just kind of gently prods him in the base of the spine.
It's like when you walk too fast across the carpet and you grab a metal doorknob.
Static shock.
Yeah, a little bit of static.
Uh,
The skeleton jumps, tickled, but the
That's
skeleton
all
takes.
all that time psyching himself up Rocky style. Dun, 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 dun.
But the skeleton takes 1 damage. The skeleton does look quite scorched in some places, but is still
And then-
standing.
Sanbalet is very much the bigger threat than a skeleton. So, yeah, we're gonna shoot.
You're
We're
gonna
gonna
stand
shoot
up.
him with the Eldritch Blast. Yeah, that was the first thing I did. Is half my movement to stand,
Okay.
and then pew. No, still a little woozy.
And you shoot wide, landing on the wall right by Kereithlana's head.
Dude.
Sorry. And then last 10 feet. To,
It leaves a mark. Rocky's gonna have to clean that up.
and then move another 10 feet away. Not that I'm going to get out of his magic missile range or anything. Actually, I have another 5 feet. So, yeah, we're going to go around the corner. On the stairs.
Okay.
Like a chicken.
Yeah, we some of us were just hanging, holding our breath, waiting to see where you're moving your token.
And then from the stairs, from here, I still have a sight of the skeleton number 2, right?
You do, but there's the oh god, what do you call that? The
Railing.
Railing.
railing. There
Oh
is
yeah, but I mean,
railing blocking you.
I can like stand up or get up to the top of the stairs,
You would have
pew,
to,
and then come
yeah,
back down.
you'd have to pew up to the top of the stairs and then pew back down.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Top of the round, Skeleton 2. He is unaware of the floor, so Skeleton 2 moves forward. And I'm going to do a roll to see if the floor breaks. And it does!
Yay!
That'll kill him.
I mean, he's behind Stiiv.
Yeah, it does. Or he's dead.
He's a skeleton dude.
Yeah. Bones don't take well being dropped from height.
He's already dead.
Yeah.
Our friend
no.
Oopsie returns. The skeleton falls through Oopsie to the floor below, and he takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage. Oh, I forgot to do a dex save to see if he actually fell. He actually fell. And he takes 5 bludgeoning damage from the fall, so let's see what that does to him. Oh, that does break him up into little itty-bitty splinters
Shucks.
that are not conscious any longer. Skeleton number 2 is unanimated at this point. Rocky's going to have to clean that up, too. Jozdess, it's your turn.
Hooray! So, some people aren't all dying now. I'm going to attack Sanbalet. I'll drop a warhammer. I was going to try and do something fun, but there's no point. And I'm going to try and jam a silvered shortfruit into his mouth. Just because he's annoying me. And I fail. Oh, I'm done.
So well, and then we just all fell back into normal.
Yeah.
Sanbalet.
He gets 2 attacks every time, and he can just rip us to bits. There.
Sanbalet goes at you with his dagger. Natty 20.
Ooh. Ooh.
For 13 damage.
Bloody hell.
Some of that was necrotic, and you feel the shoulder where he stabbed you kind of shrivel, and it has this kind of ache, a sharper pain than just the piercing of the dagger through your skin. You feel like the entire flesh of your shoulder is in pain because of this effect. And then he does, what does he do? He goes for another dagger. And he misses on the second. Kymir, you are conscious, but you are prone, I believe.
Yes, so I can use half my movement to get up.
Yes.
Okay, so I do that. And I guess if I'm gonna, well, if I take a shot at him and then move away, what you get an attack of opportunity because I'm adjacent to him.
It's kind of like you and Jozdess are kind of sharing this space. You're gonna have to kind of finagle places with each other, but it doesn't move out of his area of influence, so it's not like I'm not gonna cause an attack of opportunity because you aren't moving out of range, if that makes sense.
I think. Did you want to move out of his range? Like, get out of.
Yeah, I was thinking
Like
afterwards.
you could move through people because nobody's large. So Icy can move through the space, and you could move to the opposite side of Sanbalet. That's clear. Right now, you're partially covered by the doorway.
If you want to get out of his melee range, you have bonus action Step of the Wind with a key point and can basically disengage as a bonus action.
I could do, couldn't I? So if I did that, I would still be able to take a healing potion. That's what I'm bothered about. I just want to get somewhere safe and take. Right, let's do that then. I'll use my last key point. So, you can spend 1 key point to take disengage or dash as a bonus action on your turn, and your jump is right. So, 8 is doubled.
And that's up to 80 feet.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go down there. I don't want to disappear onto a different floor altogether.
Monk speed.
So you poof, 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 practically a bamf. Around the corner, away from immediate danger.
And then I'm going to take a potion of healing, which isn't in my spell, so I'm going to just have to do a roll.
+2, so 7.
7, yeah. Can I amend my potion?
You can update your hit points on your
Do it on my
main
normal sheet,
page.
yeah. Alright, I'm just being dense. Nope, that was wrong.
Yeah, bigger number, I think. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, bigger number.
What the hell? Oh, it's adding to it.
You should have 8.
Yeah,
Wait.
I shouldn't ever. No, I don't know what the hell it's doing.
Yeah, 1 hit point plus 7 for the potion of healing. So yeah, 8.
So I put 8 in, and it added 8 to my. Gave me 9.
Yep, there you go.
Alright, cool.
It's backwards. You have to do it in the wounds section by what you're.
Oh, I see.
It's kind of backwards.
Yeah, reduce the wounds.
Right.
Okay, that's
Okay,
Kymir,
that's
right? Oh, it skipped Kereithlana. How did it skip Kereithlana? Oh, because you did it and I did it at the same time. That's what.
Oh, sorry.
Shame on. I shouldn't have clicked it. I should have just waited for you. Kereithlana.
Can I step forward and wonk him?
Yeah, shove Jozdess out of the way.
Yep. Oh, we're very fair. We can. Okay. Bloop. That's a miss. Okay. Me then.
Shaefira.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot at Sanbalet with my bow. And miss.
Again, 14's a miss.
And that's it. I don't want to get any close.
We're up to Toby and Stiiv.
Okay, so here we go. First thing, we're gonna move. Use my bonus action. Oopsie, not sphere. To move Toby 30 feet.
So Toby's wiggling right next to you now.
And then I'm going to step up and move around Toby and get right behind Shaefira in a very uncomfortable, like, breathing on your neck way and go, "Excuse me." And make sure I am, 30 feet in range. And I'm going to use a first level spell and cast Witch Bolt on Sanbalet. Or attempt to.
Witch Bolt.
Oh.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh no. Wait, doesn't Witch
Well,
Bolt do something like damage things that are in its line of path or something?
No, it forms a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target if it hits.
Okay.
So if it had hit, then I could sustain it and keep tasing him every round for up to a minute.
Okay, but the things
it,
in the way along that path are not affected.
No, it's not like sustained lightning bolt. That would
Okay.
be really ridiculous for a level 1 spell. Alas, nothing, and then go, oops, and then go back around the corner. I would have stayed out there, but it missed. And that's my turn.
Top of the Jozdess.
Yep. Continue the attempt to hit Sanbalet. I've still got them targeted, so no. I'll continue blocking.
Sanbalet laughs again. You think you can kill me?
You're super effective, guys.
You can't kill Sanbalet. Sanbalet is too favored by the lady. I will always return for my faithfulness. And then he shoots another magic missile.
Oh no, I moved. Sorry.
Oh, that's be-
He shoots one at Jozdess, drops him. He shoots one at Kereithlana,
you.
drops her, and then shoots the last at Shaefira. Does 4 damage. And then for his next turn, or for his next move, he steps over the bodies, and he moves to be adjacent to Shaefira, and he tries to stab her. And he hits, doing 7 damage. And as you are stabbed, Shaefira, you feel the necrotic power suck at your skin. So it's not just the searing pain of being stabbed, you feel some of your flesh decaying. Kymir.
Kymir's thinking about running away. Shit. All right. I'm gonna attack Sanbalet. Oh,
Your first punch is a miss. Your second, though, is a hit. It is partially resisted. However, as your fist lands up against the side of Sanbalet's head, you see his skull shake. His eyes literally pop out, and he collapses to the floor, unconscious.
blimey.
Silence
Run over
falls.
to Kereithlana. Has she got any healing?
Well, let's see. Jozdess and Kereithlana are unconscious.
I've got some tasty bacon we can bird feed her.
Nice.
You know, Chef Perkins has more tasty bacon downstairs.
Oh, yeah, we
Ooh.
could go to Chef Perkins, couldn't we?
Well, I don't want to run off and leave these guys just lying here. I think someone should stay.
Yeah, well,
I think you need to make sure that Sanbalet remains.
yeah, is he just unconscious or is he like...
Well,
You don't see any sign of life from his body at this moment.
If we're out of initiative order, can we just assign Toby to just like repeatedly hit the
him
corpse
felting?
until
Yeah.
it's like it's just obliterated?
Sure.
Just everyone's trying to do triage, and there's the repeated wet squelching sounds of the tentacle hitting the corpse.
Toby
Awesome.
repeatedly slaps the corpse, pounding it into the floor. You see the floorboards start to crack, and you start to wonder if they are going to remain
Uh-oh.
trustworthy. And Rocky might need to look at that too. As you pound Sanbalet's bones into the floorboards, you see no sign of life, but you hear a fiendish whisper reach your ears. Sanbalet serves the lady. Sanbalet will return.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And then you hear nothing. There's just this kind of dust on the floorboards.
Splorch. Splorch. Splorch.
Okay.
You don't see any sign of it reanimating while you kind of hover. Of course, there's unconscious people while this is going on. How much tasty bacon do you have?
I have one more piece. So I will feed it to Kereithlana. And that's my last one.
So Kereithlana is conscious. Wait, who did you feed your bacon to?
I should Jozdess.
Okay,
I'm
so
an idiot.
Jozdess gets 3 points back too. All right, so you're all conscious. You are all somewhat worse for wear.
Oh, and Toby expires.
So maybe we should just go back downstairs and regroup and rest and stuff, and then continue.
Everybody do perception check.
Holy cow!
Whoa!
Blimey! Oh,
Where
now
are
we
these
can't
numbers-
Why
very
couldn't we
well.
roll? Why couldn't we roll like this during the fight?
Where were these numbers when you only needed to do 2 damage on the damn white to defeat it?
Oh, and our rogue is still on brand.
Okay, so I don't know whether it's just bravado or whether it's true divine sense, but as far as you're pretty sure that you have wiped out everything undead on these upper floors. You don't hear any sounds of anything moving around. And I will actually just say, let me go down the... You know that there are more rooms. You also know that the room that Sanbalet was hiding in seems pretty empty.
Has the illusion stopped in the other room?
The illusion has stopped in the other room.
So it was concentration.
From the room he was hiding in, you can tell that there's some more, just the floor looks like there's a bad place there too.
Screw this noise. I'm going downstairs and taking a nap.
In the room that Sanbalet was hiding in, you can tell that there was some rope on the floor and there's some clothes. And it looks like maybe someone had been bound there at some point. But there's also a patch of blood on the floor. Like whoever was bound met with a grisly end.
Lovely.
So are you guys going to go back down to the cellar and rest and stock up on tasty bacon?
Well, I am.
Yes.
I don't know about everyone else, but I'm going downstairs.
Back to the cellar with Rocky and Chef Birkin. I can't remember what you did to the doorway that... I know you destroyed one of the screams, the magic mouse that was set up in the scullery. I can't remember what you did to the one that is in the kind of living room area.
It wouldn't let me blow it up.
Oh, okay, so it's still screamy. So depending on how you head back downstairs, you might hear some screams.
No, I'm going back through the scullery. The route that I know is clear.
Okay. That means you cut through the wine cellar. And when you come into the room where Chef Perkins is, you're there. Is everybody else coming downstairs?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boop. Okay, so everybody's back in the cellar.
Give me bacon.
Let's see how much bacon Chef Perkins has cooked up. He only has 2 on the plate. Apparently, he and Rocky have been snacking.
Well, if we all rest, then we shouldn't need the bacon, should we? And we can tell him to cook some up for when we finish resting.
If you tell him you need more bacon, he will be like, "Ahoy! I'll cook some more up." So he sets to pulling out some pork, putting in the frying pan. And if you plan to rest, as you doze off, you can smell and hear the little pops of sizzling bacon in a frying pan.
Yep, straight face first on the bed, out cold.
I really want a bacon sandwich now.
I will give you guys a long rest.
Cool.
And as you wake up, let's see, how much more bacon did... Okay, so there's 4 more pieces of bacon. Let me make that 5, 1 for all of you. So there's 6 pieces total. I guess someone took 1 already.
Yeah, I
Steve already took 1. So there's 6.
I take one.
There is the pearl that Jozdess found earlier. And you think it matches the brass oyster that you found before.
Okay, so if Jozdess has shown us that, I'm going to pop out my little brass oyster and say, shall we see what happens if we put it in? Do we want to throw the oyster at it from a distance in case it goes bang?
I can just use Mage Hand.
Oh, you could do that.
Do we want to do it here or do we want to do it somewhere else? Because here's quite nice.
That's also a good point.
Is it magical? Or is it just a nice thing?
Do we know?
Can you detect magic using a sense or something?
No.
Well, yeah, you can relearn your spells.
Well, yeah.
That's the only way.
I shuffle. Spells. Detect. Yeah, I can put detect. Take one.
You have detect magic?
Yep.
So you cast detect magic on the pearl and the brass oyster? You cast fog cloud on...
Yeah. I'm doing really well at getting these things. Yeah, I'm trying to set my spells up. Not work. Try going into preparation. Right. Ta-da!
You cast detect magic on them, and you can tell they're definitely magical.
Mm-hmm.
If you fiddle about, the pearl seems to perfectly fill the space in the brass oyster. You've noticed already, Kereithlana, because you can read Elven script, that it has the phrase shark bollocks inscribed on the oyster. And you notice that when you say the phrase shark bollocks, that the pearl starts to glow.
Ducks under the bed.
And it seems like there's this kind of magnetic force between the oyster shell and the pearl. that when you say shark bollocks, they seem to seek each other out.
Okay.
So you spend a little time thinking about what this means.
So all they do is basically just join together?
You figure out that this is some kind of homing device. And I've put the actual item into the party inventory.
It's a find person object tracker type
Mm.
thing. You'd be able to use it.
This
to
had
navigate.
this was actually a trap that Sanbalet had possibly set for you. By having the pearl where the specter was, and the shell where down below, you could have attuned to the shell perhaps earlier, and then sought out the pearl, leading you right to the room where his specter was waiting to distract you.
How sneaky.
But yeah, it is a kind of like find your keys kind of lost object or lost person or spy on person object.
Okay.
Okay.
You hear a knocking.
Aren't all of us like inside of each other?
You hear a knocking coming from the north.
That's not good.
Rocky kind of sprints down the stairs that he was guarding. And he's like, oh, that hasn't done that before. That's not supposed to do that. And he points towards the door that has the caution, do not open, do not pass door.
The one that had the blue glow.
The one that had the blue glow.
Right.
Blue glow is still there.
Well, I guess that's the last thing to really tackle in here.
Mm. Did I get my warhammer back?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
There's more rumbling. Something's banging against the door. It's boarded up, but you hear the rattle of the board straining against the force of what's pushing against the door.
It's back.
Turn back very far away and aim my short sword at it.
Is there any vocalization with that?
No, just the rattle banging. Everyone do a perception check. See if you can detect anything. Or, no, not a perception. Do insight. I'm sorry. Because it's more like you're trying to identify specifically what the sounds you are that you're hearing. Even though that sentence was not words that actually made sense. So Kymir, Kereithlana, and Jozdess, you all know, you can tell, especially Kymir excitedly, this is a rattle that has become oh too familiar to you. It's the sound of skeletons.
Okay.
Something bony is bashing against that door, trying to get out.
We just want to go at it.
I sense a lack of enthusiasm.
Well, I'm concerned about Sanbalet bloody popping out and scaring the crap out of us.
It's been 8 hours. Could he have come back again so fast?
I don't
Oh,
know.
what did you do with like the ashes and stuff that you left upstairs? You just left it up there?
The mush that had been created by the
After
tentacle.
Toby got finished flailing at it, pulverizing Sanbalet's remains.
Well, let's have Rocky take it outside in a bucket and burn the whole thing.
Yeah, let's just backstory that you like took those remains and you added it to the ashes of Chef Perkins's fire or something, or took out a...
No, not in the fire where we cook things. No, put it all in a bucket, a wooden bucket.
There was
Take the
a
whole
couple of
bucket
fireplaces up
outside
there.
and light the entire bucket on fire.
Set it on fire.
Um,
And
Safely
it's
away from
nighttime now,
food
so it's a nice
preparation.
little bonfire.
I
Okay.
don't want to eat white
Flash
corpse
forward
bacon.
now. You're in front of a door. There's something banging on it trying to get out.
Oh, screw it. Everyone get prepared. I'm going to go over and throw open the door. And maybe shout over my shoulder, Rocky, Perkins, get yourself safe.
The door rattles again. There's a thunderous crash against it.
can
You
I do the
see...
secret knock?
What was the secret knock?
It's been different every time we've said.
I got noted, actually.
Did
Hold
Steve make
on.
a note?
I
Something like
haven't
long, long,
noted.
short, 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 long, long.
Like that, yeah.
Too long, too short.
You knock on the door.
Knock on the door.
You don't hear anything.
Okay.
Just another crash against the door. One board that was nailed, keeping it shut, splinters, falls to the ground. Just another crash! Another board splinters.
Yeah, can I... Is there a gap? Can I see in?
At this point, you can peek in and you see there's a bunch of skeletons. It's not quite a swarm. There seem to be skeletons acting independently of each other, but they're all huddled at the door. Crash! Punch at the door again. They're barreling through.
I put my fists up.
There are skeletons. Coming for you, Kymir. Everybody roll initiative.
Yay, on brand.
Ooh, oh, bloody hell.
Hey, it looks like Initiative 4 is quite a cozy place to be.
Good job I picked up that testy bacon.
We start off with Jozdess. He's behind Kymir. Sees this bottleneck of skeletons coming through the doorway.
I've lost my blunt weapon again, so as we move into a situation where we can all fight, I'm just going to stay out of the way, but make sure that Kymir can retreat if she needs to.
Skeleton 1 cannot reach you, Kymir.
Yay.
It's Shaefira.
I forgot to mention that I picked up all my arrows from the other floor and plucked the one,
Including the
plucked
one that
the
was
out of
poking, the ones
Kymir.
that were poking out
Mhm.
of Kymir
Yeah.
from the skeleton.
So I now have 10 arrows. So I'm just going to use one of those and take a shot at skeleton 5.
Yes. And you hit with a dirty 20. doing 7 damage.
And that's it.
Skeleton 5 gets to attack. It tries to stab Kymir. And it hits him,
Of course it does.
doing 5 damage. Skeleton 3 cannot get out of the door. So it's Kymir's turn.
I'm gonna go for skeleton 5. Crying out loud. Right, offhand. Oh, piss off!
It's been a rough 24 hours for Kymir.
Yeah. No, if I run away, I'm gonna. Well, if I could do my step of the wind again to disengage.
You can't do Step of the Wind, I don't think, because you've already done a bonus action.
Oh, is me offhand a bonus action?
Yes.
Of course. Yes. In that case, I will stand here and take.
You want to just stay there. Okay, Stiiv.
Stiiv. All right. Well, first thing, let's see here. Is how far away are these guys?
Measure with your pointy thing.
80 feet. Well, to where I want it to be. So I'm going to hop from bed to bed over there. So it's
You hear Shaefira goes, you're getting mud. Get mud on my bed.
all right. Well, 55 feet. Good. That's within 60. And we will summon forth Toby behind the skeletons.
Summon Toby.
Grasp of the Deep. I think he's on a different map.
Yeah, I'm pulling Toby out. Where were you putting him?
Behind the skeleton, behind skeleton number 4 and 6.
Like
Right
there? Tickle,
Yes,
tickle?
right there. And then we'll smack at skeleton number 6. Come on, Toby, you can do it!
Toby does it! Toby hits with a
does it?
16.
Boom!
He
and
does 4 damage to skeleton 6.
And it totally matters, but his speed is reduced by 10 feet next turn.
He can...
It
Hey,
totally
it's something.
It totally matters.
It's totally something.
It might save my life.
And then we're going to pew pew at skeleton number 5 with an Eldritch Blast.
All right. And you
Holy
hit
crap,
with a
that hit.
13.
That means I missed by 1 point.
You do 5 damage. That skeleton looks quite kerblammed, but it is still standing.
And that's my turn.
Reaching towards Kymir. There's a skeleton in the room that most of you cannot see. He can't get anywhere, so he's kind of moving towards this tentacle that he sees. There's this other skeleton who can't reach anybody, and he's just still kind of like grasping forward, trying to move past the others, but there's skeletons blocking him. Kereithlana.
Okay, I'm going to step forward past my Warhammer Jozdess. Yep. I believe that's all I can do. Oh. Boop.
Wait, what did you do? You passed your Warhammer?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Alright then. Do a radiant thing. If that's okay. Blop. Oh, he made his...
He succeeded. Yeah, with the
Okay.
21. He definitely succeeded against your Sacred Flame.
I am definitely done.
Okay.
Thank you.
Skeleton 4, while he can't reach Kymir, he can certainly try to shoot Kymir with his short bow. Now, what I'm not sure about, does Toby's presence count as making that a roll with disadvantage?
Nope.
Nope.
He
Okay.
does not provoke attacks of opportunity. He does not count as an ally for purposes of cover. It's like a spiritual weapon. He's an
All right.
ethereal
So normal
tentacle that
short
doesn't
bow
actually.
attack on Kymir.
Yeah.
And he hits with a 23. Doing 3 damage. Now Perkin, he hears the kerfluffle. He steps away from the stove and he moves in line. Able to see at least skeleton number 5 and tries to shoot him with a crossbow that he had leaning against the wall by his stove. And hits with a 14. And drops that skeleton number 5.
Saved by the chef.
And Rocky moves forward. But he's not in line to really do anything. A hole in the floor is on another map. The top of the order a figure appears. Only Kymir and only Kymir can see it from his current point of view. It is that of a skeletal alchemist in the
Guys,
corner
move
of the
back, guys.
room.
I'm going to shout back.
You see him he seems to come out of a doorway that you did not recognize as being there before on the other side of the room.
Do I recognise what he is, or do I just see a fancily dressed
You
skeleton?
see a fancily dressed skeleton, and let me share a picture.
I will shout that back to the guys.
Yeah, fancy alchemist skeleton.
With an
Very
ethereal
cool.
beard.
Yeah, like a spectral beard.
Ooh.
So he hasn't done anything to you yet, but Kymir, you can see that he has entered the room, glowing with a faint blue light. Jozdess.
If mm. there's nothing actually there for me to. I'd have to put away equipment to be able to use range weapons, so I can't do that.
You can switch weapons, no problem.
I'd
Once.
yeah, but I use a shield and a weapon, so I can't equip. So it's fine. Oh.
I mean,
And
I
there's
would allow
nothing-
it. I would totally allow dropping your shield and switching weapons.
Yeah, but then it's fine. But there's nothing in the doorway, so I can't join Kymir and fight there because there's nothing to hit there. I'll move up into this kind of position in the corner, and if something comes into the doorway, I'll hold an action to hit it. But that's all I can do.
Okay. As if on cue, Skeleton 1 moves forward to the doorway. So you can take your held action.
No, that's fine.
And it strikes with its short sword at Kymir. Hits. Does 6 damage. And now it's Shaefira's turn.
And as always, I will still keep my and take a shot with my at skeleton one.
Hold on.
All right. So you hit with an 18 and you do 9 damage to a skeleton, which does drop it precisely and exactly.
Cool.
Ooh.
There's another skeleton 3 moves down into the doorway. And this time it kind of moves forward and tries to hit Jozdess. Misses. So now it's Kymir's turn.
All right, I'm gonna against. Yeah, I'm gonna with the
I,
things.
if you can withdraw, get healing. They can't move past me at the moment.
Yeah, but what? You take an attack of opportunity?
Oh no, you
Not if you
just take an
disengage.
action and just disengage and move back to Kereithlana so she can heal you.
Yeah, all right, I'll do that. Probably best. There.
Okay. So you have disengaged, withdrawn. Now it is Toby the Tentacle's turn and Stiiv.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to see. I don't know the skeletal alchemist is there, so I can't go attack him yet. Um,
I think
But-
Kymir
I
shouted
did shout.
something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I can't like. I know he's there, but I don't know not enough to move
You don't
Toby
know
over
exactly
there
where
and
his
actually smack
location
him.
is, but you do
Right.
know there's something scary.
Okay, so we're going to have Toby try and attack skeleton number 6. Damn it, Toby!
Toby embarrassing you again, rolling an 8.
And then we'll pew pew at skeleton number 4.
And you hit with an 18. Your Eldritch Blast
Crunch!
burns forth, doing 13 damage to Skeleton 4. And that precisely drops Skeleton 4 into dust. Bloop.
I'm not useless!
Yes, you did something highly effective.
And that's my turn.
Skeleton 2, it moves forward. Now, is this the one slowed?
No, the slow only
You've already
lasted a
murdered
round.
it. You've already
and,
murder-nated. Anyway, I think the one that you touched, maybe.
Yeah, and well, it only lasts a round, and it's only if he gets hit by the tentacle, and no one's been hit by the tentacle
So
recently,
Skeleton
so.
moves to where he's standing behind the one in the doorway, and he shoots straight forward, which means he shoots at Chef Perkins. But he misses.
I love how we're all cowering behind our cook.
Skeleton 6,
We have to make sure the cook's
he's
alive.
blocked from doing anything. Kereithlana.
Hello. Right. So, I will cure wounds on Kymir. Badly. Right.
But
And then
thank you
I
anyway.
will go and cause an obstruction.
Gotta protect that fried squid and waffles.
Yeah, it's more the tasty bacon sauce.
And the tasty bacon sword. Protect the chef at all costs.
Can I move further forward than that?
Yes.
There we go.
All right. So, Kereithlana, you place yourself as a sea elf shield.
If only I wasn't so short.
Chef Perkins, he gets to shoot again. Skeleton 3. He hits with a dirty 20 and does 6 damage, but it doesn't drop the skeleton. Rocky continues to move forward. He is not stepping on the beds like some people.
I have to. Hey, it gives me a better angle to shoot from.
So he kind of pulls up adjacent to Kymir. Let me just check something about Rocky. I can't remember. Never mind. And then top of the round, the alchemist. The alchemist, he's still moving forward, but he can't see anybody. What am I thinking? All these skeletons are in his way. And you hear him, out of my way! I sense flesh nearby. All these my bony servants, out of my way, out of my path. It's Jozdess's turn.
Okay, I'll try and hit the skeleton.
Yay! Monkey flat.
So you hit it with a 21 and you do 6 damage with your bludgeoning weapon. That skeleton is still standing though. Shaefira.
Okie dokie. I'll take a shot at skeleton. And miss.
You shot with your
I will-
rapier.
Oh, did I? Oh, no wonder. Can I redo?
Yes.
Yeah, shooting with the sword is kind of a warlock thing.
Yeah.
So
sorry,
actually using
it's,
your short bow, you roll an
yeah.
18 and you hit. And doing 4 damage drops that skeleton exactly. You guys are being so precise now with your numbers.
Well, that'll do.
No, it's just because we're doing little tiny chips of 1 and 2.
But skeleton 3 is now dust. You see skeleton 2 in the doorway, slightly back, Kymir.
I'm going to eat a tasty bacon.
All right. Shepherd, don't worry. I can make more.
That's what I'm hoping. And then I'm going to throw a dart at... Oh, no, I can't because that's an action. No, I can't do all. I'm not going to do anything else.
Okay, Toby the Tentacle and Stiiv.
All right. So we're going to, hopefully, Toby's not going to embarrass me again, and we're going to hit skeleton number 6 with a bonus action. Holy crap! Yeah, that's great, Toby.
Toby critical hits, natty 20 on the skeleton.
Oh, and max
Nice.
damage!
Oh, come on, Toby.
Toby fondled that skeleton to death.
And his speed is reduced by 10,
His speed is now 0
because he's dead.
because he's been touched so very hard.
That sounds so wrong. Oh,
It really
and
does.
then as a...
What's Stiiv
and
gonna
then
do?
wait, Stiiv is going to, as his action, shoot an Eldritch Blast at skeleton number 2. Ooh, he's being effective this round.
So 23 for Stiiv. He does 6 damage with the force of his Eldritch Blast. Curves, poof, right into poof. Didn't sound really damaging, did it?
That's about right.
But that's the skeleton's still standing, and the poof is the sound of his rib bones shattering into dust. That's my story.
turn.
That skeleton moves forward and tries to stab Kereithlana. Hits with a 23. Doing 3 damage.
Bleh.
And are you going to do a reaction?
Yeah, I'm going to Wrath of Storm at him. He failed his save. 2d8 thunder damage. 2 skeleton 2.
So you called thunder down upon this skeleton form?
Yep.
Doing 8 damage. And you see that it causes the skeleton's brittle bones to crack and fissure, but it's still standing.
Yep.
But now it's your turn.
I guess I am to after them. Okay. Ta-da!
And you, with your flail, you rear back, slam whatever the thing is that that Fulgrin said it was earlier. Those balls.
The striking
It's
head.
the striking head of your flail against the
Wait.
skeleton and knock him into dust.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna step up and hassle. Blah! In your face, alchemist.
So you're now in the face of the skeletal alchemist, and he sees you, and he's like, "Secrets found and lost again. Your paltry mind cannot fathom."
My mind is not like a chicken.
So
That's a very strange turn of phrase.
He was the
Perkins,
one who called
Chef
the
Perkins.
poultry mind.
Chef Perkins doesn't see anybody in the doorway, so except for the tentacle, and he's like, "Well, that's me done." Goes back to the stove. Starts frying up bacon because it looks like you're going to need it. And Rocky kind of nudges Kymir and he's like, "Is that it?"
I'm like, no, I'm fairly sure there was another one.
And he just kind of moves to be standing by the corner, kind of holding his action in case something runs forward. Hole in the floor doesn't do anything. Top of the round. The skeletal alchemist points at Kereithlana. Shudder as his spectral lungs billow his rib cage. And he says, "I am the only death here. Let me show you." And you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Which you do! It's so unfair. So nothing happens. And the skeletal alchemist kind of coughs. He's like, "Oh, haven't used that one in a long time. Bit rusty."
It obviously is not designed to work on poultry.
Oh.
Let me just double check, make sure. Oh. And then, slightly embarrassed, he lobs a little ball of acid at you.
Okay.
And misses. So embarrassing for the the skeletal alchemist. Like, just give me a second. I will show you your doom. Next round.
It's okay, alchemist. It happens. It'll be better next time.
He's distracted by the tentacle. Jozdess, it's your turn.
I kind of do this and end up here. And try and hit him.
And you do. You hit him with an 11. doing 4 damage. He is only wearing robes after all. Shaefira, it is your turn.
I'm assuming I can actually take a shot from where I am hiding behind the bed.
Yeah, you can't see a direct line of sight from the doorway from where you are right now. There are walls in the way. You would have to kind of at least get in the doorway to be able to shoot at the skeletal alchemist where he is.
Yeah, is that I've moved all I can now, haven't I?
Where were you, like, on the beds, or were you next to Kymir?
I was there.
Yeah,
And I
that's
can
as
be
far as you
there.
can go. Unless you dash as your bonus action, which you can do because you are a rogue.
Will I still get to attack?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because, yeah, that's something you can do as a bonus action.
Because cunning action is wonderful.
Because you are a cunning halfling. It's one of your skill set.
Cunning. Right, okay, so I'm here.
You run forward.
Yes.
Stab the skeletal alchemist with your magic dagger.
With my magic dagger, yes.
Wait.
And
No, she gets advantage because there's allies within 5 feet.
Roll again just to see if you get a critical. You hit, but... Oh, you do! You do get a critical!
Sneak attack!
So you get to roll your damage on him, and you get sneak attack damage, like an extra 1d6. Alright, so you do 7 damage with your base hit, and then you do another 1.
Oh, that gets doubled too?
So that's... Oh, does that get doubled too?
Yep.
So you do 9 damage total against the skeletal alchemist.
Cool.
We have rolled so many 1s on damage today.
Kymir. You can't see what's happening, but you heard the sound of metal hitting bone, and Shaefira lets out a sound of joy. So something awesome just happened.
Let's just say that Kymir just can't resist going in and beating things up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even though he's not being
There's a tentacle between your legs, but you are adjacent to the skeletal alchemist.
Well, obviously the tentacle helped tremendously.
Your first punch lands. And you do 6 damage.
Blimey.
Okay, we now know the secret of Kymir's success is having a tentacle between his legs.
You did a lot of damage.
That's me.
The skeletal alchemist's robe seems to hang quite limply on his form now. Stiiv and Toby! Stiiv, you can't see anything, but it sounds like a lot of ruckus is happening in the other room.
All right. Well, first thing we're going to do is move a little bit closer. I'm really going to stop doing that. All right, there we go. And then we're going to have, as a bonus action, have Toby reach up between Kymir's legs and try and slap the skeletal alchemist.
Ooh.
Don't miss. Don't roll a 1. And you do. Toby reaches up. Bitch slaps the skeletal alchemist.
Well, more like a poke.
And true to form, shocks him for 1 damage. Zoink! And the skeletal alchemist jump. What was that? Except for not in the voice, because it's not scary at all.
And
Wow.
let's see, I don't have range on anything, so action dash, and go stand in the door, preparing for if I get a next turn.
Okay, Kereithlana.
Okay, I'm
What?
gonna try walking
Oh, that sounds like fun.
it. Oh,
A
but not with
10 misses.
that. Ugh. How rubbish.
Perkins, he adds some wood to the stove, heating things up for more bacon. Rocky's still waiting, holding his action. Top of the round, we are back to the skeletal alchemist. This time, he points at Kereithlana again. Do another wisdom save. Let me roll it on you. And you saved again! What is wrong with you?
Sorry.
So for his second attack, he does another thing. Let's see if he can make this save. This was a con instead of wisdom. And you still save!
Woohoo!
So he's just firing blanks, left, right. One finger gun at you, does nothing. Second finger gun at you, does nothing. And you see the skeletal alchemist shake his arms, and he's looking at him. He's like, "Are these working right?
I think so, yeah.
Just give me a second. I will show you death. Next round."
Because she's not a chicken.
Jozdess.
I'll try and hit him.
You hit him. And with your warhammer that you've borrowed from Kereithlana, you slam the skeletal alchemist in two, shattering his body so he's no longer standing.
Next round, my ass, dude.
I high five Toby, which is awkward because it's still between Kymir's legs.
So the skeletal alchemist is dust at your feet. Kymir saw that there was a secret door to a room next door.
Let's go. See if he's got any loot.
If you examine the skeletons that you have defeated, you see that each of them had golden ribs. Yes, one rib out of their body had a gold coating applied.
Wow.
Ooh, I want some golden ribs.
It's not solid gold, it's just a gold leaf type thing.
Yeah, well, you could you could melt the gold off of it probably and get some cash for that.
Oh no, I'm just gonna use them, like put them like on a table, like make a nice decoration out of it.
You also see tied to the robe at his belt is a fancy looking bag. A bag made of brightly colored pieces of cloth sewn together with fine thread with a leather strap.
Like a carpet bag.
And then in the pocket of his robe, there is a flat gray and black river stone that is inscribed with an unknown arcane symbol and feels cold to the touch.
Anyone else want these ribs? I'm totally gonna put them as a decoration.
No, but I can have a look at the stone.
Well, if we get everything put together we can work out what's magical and what's
What's
not.
not?
If you peek in the next room, you see the secret door opens to reveal another room. It's filled with alchemical equipment. There's clutter of broken glass and earthenware piled on the floor beyond. 3 small copper pots lie amid the debris. There is a bench running down the southern wall and some tables to the east. There seems to be some like long abandoned jars of powders and liquids, several pieces of chemical apparatus. And on top of the table, there are several different golden objects. One of these objects looks like a human skull. And atop the table, you also see a book. Actually, a couple of books.
Anyone else interested in the bag?
Oh, let's have a look at it first and work out if it's unusual, but otherwise.
If you're gonna make sense about it.
Sorry.
There's so many spell books and no one that can use them.
True.
Oh wait, hold on. I
Yeah,
just
can you
remembered
use 'em?
something. Well, I can't until next level.
So yeah, you found a lot of stuff. You found some gold sequestered along one of the tables. About 175, I think it was. A whole lot of items. For you to examine. And we can wait to do that next session.
Okay.
A session in which you will be level 3.
So we're
Yay.
so we're leveling up this
Mm-hmm.
yay!
Yep.
And yeah, I legit forgot I was gonna go back to the tome, so I forgot I have interest in those spell books.
Wilson, you haven't gotten to really, or you can take the time, give everybody a long rest. You've leveled up. You have gone through the remainder of the house, and other than there's an attic space that you haven't been able to reach because the stairs going up that way are busted, and you would have to perform some athletics to crawl up there and really see what's in the attic. Otherwise, you seem to have cleared all of your haunted house of anything, any living smugglers that haven't agreed to work for you, and anything dead that is trying to kill you for now.
Yay. So it's a relatively safe space then.
Yeah, you've cleared out the space relatively well. There are no immediate dangers. You've gathered some information about the smugglers, specifically that the boat should call with the next new moon. And I think that's roughly 9 days from now.
So we've
Oh,
got
It's
Yeah, it's the
Actually,
11th
Mark-
of Baracus.
yeah, and you marked 27th of Baracus is New Moon smuggler ship due.
okay, so that gives us 9 days to work out exactly what's going on.
So I've added that to the calendar, that it's the 11th and that you've just killed Sanbalet again.
All right.
All right.
See you all later.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, no night.
Bye, Steve.
Bye, Steve.